A hush fell the moment a sealed dossier reached King Charles's study, and seasoned courtiers swear they felt the palace tilt. 2 lines of anonymized DNA code threatened to append a bloodline stretching from William the Conqueror to Princess Beatrice of York. If true, a single strand of genetic data could strike Prince Andrew from the royal family tree and shove the monarchy onto constitutional thin ice. The stakes are existential. Britain's crown lives or dies on lineage, and whispers that a princess may carry the wrong chromosomes strike at its oldest claim to legitimacy. Already polls show only 55% of Britons back the institution unchanged. Trust is thinner outside London and thinner still among under 40 scrolling TikTok for royal drama. A proven break in the Windsor chain could strengthen Republican rumblings from Glasgow to Canberra. It began as a midnight murmur among Mayfair insiders who sniff scandal like truffles. Within hours, #Beatrice DNA trended on TikTok, collage videos comparing Beatrix auburn curls with a retired cavalry officer's rogue smile. Bloggers posted flight logs showing Prince Andrew at sea 9 months before Beatrix's birth, sparking theories of an elusive mystery father. No evidence, just elastic timelines and millions of views. Palace staff woke to push alerts claiming a clandestine paternity test ordered by a senior royal. By dawn, the whisper had dragged in Camilla's ex-husband, Andrew Parker Bowles, a man once photographed dancing with Sarah Ferguson. Coincidence or clue, podcasts dissected every pixel. Inside Buckingham Palace, an emergency meeting sealed the blue drawing room. Charles, still nursing post-chemo fatigue, reportedly sat stunned before asking, "Is there any substance?" Advisors urged calm, deny nothing, confirm nothing, watch the data. Queen Camilla, whose own public acceptance took 2 decades, allegedly palled at the idea that her former spouse might be inched in new royal infamy. One aide muttered, "Her Majesty relived the 9s in 10 seconds." Meanwhile, Prince Andrew phoned Sarah Ferguson from Royal Lodge. Eyewitnesses heard him shout, "Uta rut, my daughter is mine." Fergie, ever defiant, called the rumor vicious nonsense, but insiders say she demanded private reassurance from palace lawyers. Behind the gold leaf doors, constitutional advisors drafted nightmare flowcharts. If Beatrice's paternity were disproved, could she remain 9th in line? Precedent is thin. The 1701 Act of Settlement presumes legitimacy unless Parliament rules otherwise. Removal might trigger a domino effect. Eugenie shifts up, James of Wessex edges closer. Republican MP draft an inheritance transparency bill. Treasury officials fret over sovereign grant formulas pegged to working royals. Who pays security if a princess loses her old highness? Lawyers recalled the warming pan scandal of 1688 when whispers of a smuggled baby dethroned a king, and warned that social media velocity makes rumors harder to contain than gunpowder under Whitehall. While spin doctors plotted silence, the internet roared. TikTok detectives matched Beatrix's profile to that of a guards officer who escorted Diana in 1986, noting identical dimples. Instagram meme pages mocked up a Netflix log line. The Crown S7 blood ties broken. Twitter users demanded FOI access to royal medical files, citing taxpayers' right to know. One viral tweet read, "If monarchy's whole point is blood, show us the blood." Yet sympathy flowed. 2 young mothers posted messages of solidarity with Beatrice, imagining the anguish of seeing your identity questioned by strangers sharing DNA emoji inside Royal Lodge. Beatrice reportedly sobbed on the phone to Eugenie. "How can they doubt Daddy?" The sisters closed ranks. Eugenie, 5 months postpartum, drove to Windsor daily, shielding her niece Sienna from paparazzi lenses that stretched like bennets through the hedges. Friends say Beatrice considered pulling out of a dyslexia charity gala, but turned up head high without Andrew, signaling both dignity and distance. Her social feeds fell silent. Palace aides quietly vetted past posts for FOD conspiracy blogs might twist into hidden clues. Across town, William and Catherine monitored the blaze while shaping a counter-narrative service over scandal. They scheduled a surprise visit to a London children's hospice, Catherine arriving with cakes she baked at Adelaide Cottage. Cameras captured comfort, not crisis, and morning shows led with her compassion rather than DNA drama. Aides call it optics judo shift focus from rumor to duty. Pollsters noted a 3-point rise in royal favorability after the appearance, but threads linking Catherine's calm to Beatrix's chaos kept trending. Data whispers louder than palace denials, so number crunchers became the new courtiers. Ipsos tracking found 42% of respondents believing something is being hidden. Yet 71% felt Beatrice should keep her title regardless. A flicker of public mercy. Historian Dr. Imogen Meir reminded broadcasters that illegitimacy once disbarred heirs, but modern Britons value empathy over pedigree. Still, city bookmakers shortened odds on a 2026 referendum abolishing the crown to 5 halves. Privately, Charles weighed ordering an official DNA test to end speculation, but advisers warned any result could leak, authenticated or not, and feed fresh suspicion. Better to let noise fade yet. Silence stokes podcasts. One claims MI5 scrambled to retrieve a lab sample. Another alleges a cash deal to bury results. None cite proof. All drive clicks. Financial ripples spread. Luxury brand Baron paused a promotional event featuring Beatrice as sustainability ambassador, citing unforeseen circumstances. A charity planning to name her patron quietly reevaluated. Meanwhile, a New York tabloid teased photos of a potential father, later revealed to be Beatrix's childhood riding instructor. False alarm, but headline sold. Camilla's circle fears collateral damage. Old foes resurrect. 1990s quotes painting her as monarchy's disruptor, now haunted by fresh scandal. She cancels a public library visit, sparking rumors of illness. Palace clarifies scheduling reasons, but columnists connect dots. Camilla dodges cameras amid whispers involving her ex-friend, insists she's furious at web sleuths dragging Parker Bowles into clickbait. The Queen consort will not dignify fantasy. One says through the fog constitutional scholars draft contingencies. Should Parliament require royals to register DNA at birth? Could a paternity revelation retroactively void titles? Lord Armitage QC tells Channel 4 such changes demand full legislative process plus Commons majority. Unlikely, but no longer unthinkable. Even without law, reputational harm could pressure Beatrice to step back voluntarily like her father after the Epstein fiasco. Andrew vows to fight. They removed my Navy uniform. They won't erase my child, he allegedly told a confidant. Church voices enter. The Archbishop of Canterbury warns gossip wounds the innocent. Tabloids retort that Canterbury once blessed the 1936 abdication. Proof clergy follow public mood. Meanwhile, St. James's Palace archists re-examine baptism records of past royals, seeking to preempt next scandal. One archivist jokes darkly, we're now 60% museum, 40% forensic lab. While adults strategize, a quieter drama unfolds in Beatrix's nursery. Baby Athena's christening planned for Michaelmas Tetters as guest lists shrink. Will the king attend amid clouded paternity? Fergie pushes for a private chapel. Andrew wants Windsor grandeur. Courtiers fear photographers shouting DNA questions during hymns, yet crisis begets opportunity. Republican MP plan a Westminster debate on blood over merit, proposing honors for civic contribution rather than ancestry. Royalists counter that monarchy already drives £500 million in tourism. A figure visit Britain recalculates yearly. Economists spar on morning radio. The crown's intangible value becomes spreadsheet fodder. Threading through all this turmoil is the human heart. Beatrice, historians note, championed dyslexia long before it trended. Cut ribbons for children's hospitals, never drew salary from the sovereign grant. Her friends worry she'll exit public life entirely. One says if trolls steal her identity, what incentive remains? Another insists resilience runs deep. She's Yorkshire stock with Windsor steel. Don't bet against her. Amid rumor, the palace stage manages unity. Charles hosts a Windsor tea, inviting Beatrice, Eugenie, William, Catherine, Even, and Keeney to gauge mood. Cameras capture the cousins laughing on a terrace, eagle-eyed. Viewers clock Andrew's absence. Kensington Palace releases one photo. Catherine arm in arm with Beatrice cakes on a stand between them, the caption "Family First." Like surge past 1 million, yet comments still drill. Show the test. This saga may resolve quietly. Palace silence could starve speculation, allowing attention to pivot back to William's climate, youth summit, and Catherine's early years index launch. But if fresh evidence leaks, real or forged, winds will howl again. Digital culture rarely forgets. Our next episode will track every twist, legal briefs, social media spikes, and whether a christening becomes the scene of either redemption or resignation. Tap like if you need the truth unfiltered. Subscribe for microscopic royal insight, and ring that bell, because in an age of DNA kits and viral scrolls, the Crown's survival script is being rewritten line by fragile line.